That was the first time in 11 years that I finally got my flowers. Because at first I was crazy. It's crazy, like, there was a dog, I lost homeboys. Like, I'm not going to the club. I just bought $600 worth of trophies. Trophies? But you ain't gonna buy a bottle? You ain't gonna go throw this money out at the club? I'm broke. I just spent $600 on trophies. You sound stupid telling somebody that you can't see the vision. That makes no sense. You're lame. Yeah, I did that. I went through that. I went through that lame phase where everybody thought it was lame to have to sit at home and write out a bracket.
They can call you lame now, but now you got a court being built. You got,
Yep.
your business is growing. You're doing your own jerseys. Listen,
Yeah.
if that's lame, I want to be lame too. Welcome back to Unknown and Talented. My name is Jelan Abrams. Today I'm with Lance Million. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
Man, I'm doing good, man. You are the creator and owner of Heart in the Paint Basketball League. So what I want to do before I get into it, I just want you to introduce yourself, who you are, what you do.
Yeah, my name is Lance Million. You know what I'm saying? I'm the CEO of Heart in the Paint Basketball / Clothing. I'm based out of Salt Lake City, Utah. Hip hop artist. Fashion icon, baby. We changed the game out here. Changed the face of how they look at the black entrepreneur in Utah. So it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah.
Of course. But I want to start real quick because you said you're from Utah. Only thing I know about Utah is John Stockton and Carmelo. So how is it living in Utah?
Man, it's great. It's great. We got a lot of opportunity. Beautiful mountains, beautiful scenery. Good weed, it's beautiful, man. I love it out here.
Okay.
They treat me good though.
Yeah, and you're originally from there?
No, I was originally born in California, but I moved out here in like '96, so I'm from out here.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. All right, but you had a event recently with hot sauce. I'm a big basketball fan. Been a basketball fan. I know everything about and one. How was that having him at your event?
It's actually yesterday, you know what I'm saying, from where we recording it. So I'm less than 24 hours out. Just got him to the airport a few hours ago. Hanging with somebody like somebody I looked up to. Another wow moment, for the hip hop community in Utah. A lot of people came out. A lot of people came show their support, bringing out the old and one sneakers and things of that nature. Seen a lot of faces I haven't seen in a long time. So Sauce most definitely brought the sauce to Salt Lake City, man. It was crazy just sitting around talking about 05, 06, 07, 03, just reminiscing, about when they came out here on the And One tour. And he remembers, how electrifying it was. And it was dope, man. Hanging with a fashion icon, bro. You can't ask for no more than that, I look up to these guys. I ain't got no problem saying I look up to people and I idolize other successful business people or successful characters in my story. So it's dope, man. It's just unreal.
Okay, that's what's up. So how'd you actually get him to come?
His manager. I know his manager, John. Based out of DC. So, and I've been bringing hoopers out here for the last 11 years. It wasn't too unfamiliar for me to be into contact with such a big name coming from my rap career and everything too. But yeah, Sauce was real smooth to work with. You know what I mean? It wasn't really bad. We just got the contract. I shot over the bread and he was on the plane.
Okay, cool. That's what's up. So how did it actually start? You said you've been doing this for 11 years, Heart in the Paint Basketball League. Like, what was that first time you said, I want to start something new?
Basically, so the story on that is I lived in St. Louis for 5 years, you know what I mean, during my music career. And Nelly would do like a annual celebrity basketball game, And with the celebrity basketball game, I seen the cross promotion. I seen how he was leveraging his artistry to get people to come watch the basketball game. So I kept that in the back of my head. I got back to Salt Lake City, 2010, trying to move to Atlanta. Didn't work out. A producer that I was working with wound up shooting back to the West Coast. So I came back to the West Coast. But I'm in the Mountain West, so I came back to Utah, where not too many opportunities on the music side or any of that is here. So I had to figure out something to do. You know, I had to figure out something that was going to be lucrative. I had to figure out something that's going to let me think. You know, coming from the music, you know, we tend to not own it. Like, you know, even though we do the music, we own the music, we got the producers, but we don't, like, basketball's more like, I own Hard in the Paint. Like, I feel more like ownership, you know?
Yeah.
So I got back, I just tried to figure out how I was going to make money, how I was going to put the next move together. It had to be big because I already had the name, I already had the fan base. So I just cross-promoted basketball, bro, and I did one. It was 2012. It was on a piece of paper first, though, from 2011. You know, I had to manifest it. I did 5 events that year, and one was a dog show, one was Hard in the Paint, couple rap concerts, because, you know, I still got to, you know, stay in the lane that got me here. And Hard in the Paint just stood out like a sore thumb, bro. You know, from everything I've done in my rap career, all my fans came, new fans came, people were interested in it, you know, but the first tournament, I only sold teams for $25. Now they're $400.
Wow.
You know, so like it's just like I started from ground root. You know what I mean? And the city just loved it, like instantly. When's the next one? When's the next one? When's the next one? So, and from that first tournament that I did, I started getting calls from like Rucker Park and one, you know, ballers. You know, like Poster Boy and those type of names that, you know. Like, man, I ain't heard from them. You know what I mean? I ain't seen them dudes for a minute, man. Like, they was calling me, bro. Like, hey, we heard about Utah, man. We heard about Utah. I'm like, how y'all hear about us? Man, that shit getting around, bro. Y'all doing tournaments out there. You know what I mean? Street ball tournaments.
Yeah.
So me not knowing like how big it was, like, I just wanted to crawl up. I didn't want to like exhaust myself, you know, so fast with it being so new. So I kind of like I like to call it like the incubator. Like I like to incubate it. So I incubated it, and then I got in touch with Corey Baby Sauce from the tour. I brought him, and he was like the first taste of like me bringing characters into the basketball world. You know, I brought artists with the music and stuff like that, but this was my first baller that I was bringing out. And Corey Baby Sauce, he held us down. You know, he's coming out here playing with us and shooting it on his, you know, socials and things like that, and it just kept growing, you know, it just kept building up, and now here we are 11 years, you know what I mean, and I brought the biggest street baller, period. There's no bigger than Hot Sauce, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
just like, but All-Star Weekend was crazy for me too, though.
Okay. So before we get into All-Star Weekend, so I want to know, like, how is it? So I'm actually originally from New York. I remember the tournaments where, like, you pretty much, you know, you're playing, you win, you go to the next round, and then pretty much like at the end of the weekend is like a championship. Is it similar to that, or is it more of a like just a street ball kind of thing?
No. It was full. It started out as an all-star game. Like, so let me tell you the origin of it, how it started. Like, so I'm like, okay, if I get like 10 local rappers to play, then we got 2 teams.
Yeah.
You know. So as I'm calling them, saying, hey, I want you to play in this tournament that I'm putting together, this all-star game. It wasn't even a tournament. I'm like, I want you to play in this all-star game. They're like, well, shit, I got a team. I'll just beat y'all. And like 3 people said that. And I was like, well, shit, we might just have a tournament going in, and just the rappers would just be the team owners, you know? So we did that. We did it like that. So it started out as an all-star game, but it just took legs of its own, and it turned into a full-on tournament. So we're doing brackets. It's a double game elimination tournament. That's another thing that makes me different, is I have the double game elimination rule down. So we gonna be hooping all day, bro.
But that sounds like a lot of fun. So you said you had a basketball background. Like, how good were you back in your day?
I hooped. Yeah, I hooped. I wasn't like no crazy person, but I studied.
Yeah.
I studied the greats like Allen Iverson and, you know, Hot Sauce, and you know, like, yeah, I had my little run.
Okay. So who's your favorite team now then, like in the NBA?
In the NBA, I just watch Hard in the Paint. I don't.
Okay, gotcha.
I really
Respect.
I really don't participate in the you know, the professionals like I used to. Now that I'm a CEO of my own, I'm trying to get these guys to the league. You know.
Gotcha. Have you ever had any like people that's like moved up? Like you said, you've been doing it for 11 years. Have you seen
Yeah.
anybody like be successful after this?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. We seen him go to like just yesterday. Brother named Zach. He's going out to Canada. He's going turning pro less than 2 months.
Oh wow.
A lot of cats went from high school to college. Yeah, you see it all the time. And the NBA guys, they respect it. They come to the tournaments too. You know what I mean? We didn't had
Yeah.
Jeremy Evans right after he won the slam dunk competition in the NBA. He came down to our tournament and came and
Yeah.
kicked it with the people. And we didn't have Brian Russell. Just yeah. So it's a thing. It's a thing out here.
Okay. No, that's what's up. That's what's up. So you did say when you first started it was about $25. Now you're up to $400.
Yeah.
How bigger do you think you can make this?
It could easily go from. We could get it scaled to $1,000 a team easily. Like
Okay.
I'm giving out money. I giving out merch and swag and stuff. So I just I'm a community. It's a community tournament. Like I found myself doing more community work and activism through it. So I don't be busting nobody's head. Like I don't bust my people's head. Like I'm here. I got the voice. I got the platform. But I'm not gonna bust your head. So I'm not. I could have raised the price. I could have raised the price 6 years ago. But for what? To lose 4 or 5 solid players, or it's just like, come on, man, just throw a little bread up, come out and get on this platform and you win and go home with the trophy or whatever it is, and we do another one. I'm gonna do it. This ain't the last one.
Okay, I respect that. I respect that. So you did say you're building up the community, which I love because you're actually doing something to help. You're not out here just trying to get a bag. But I also saw that you're building a basketball court. Tell me more about that.
Oh man, yeah. So before COVID, I put in this thing called the CIP, a Community Improvement Program application. It's a grant through the state of Utah. Put it in. First of all, let me shout out my homegirl, Amy Fowler. She's a ex councilwoman. She seen my vision. I was at a press conference doing my thing. You know what I mean? Talking on the news. She made, hey, you said some things up there that I think you need to look into this right here. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I put the application in. It's before COVID. And we waited and we waited. Obviously the state gonna take their time, and we just shooting for the stars, But we do got an inside. We got an inside. So it's looking good. So COVID hit, shut us down. But during COVID, I got an email saying, hey, the grant was approved. We approved you for $100,000. Like, wow, okay, this is big. It's approved. But when is the shutdown over? When is COVID over? When does this go in effect? You know what I mean? It's like the waiting game. So COVID over, the proposals through, and then they hit me with hey, we raised more money on top of that, the 100,000. So now we want to redo this court with you, and we want you to be leading it as a stakeholder. We want to take everything you just put in that application. We want to do that and add more value. So the park I'm talking about, this is the biggest park in Salt Lake City, Utah. Wow. It's called Liberty Park. It's where all the black folks go. They say, where the black people at in Utah? That's where we go be on Sundays. This is our church. We show up, got tables, they have to roll in the dice. This is just how it goes at that park. And it happened, Liberty Park, and the courts haven't been touched for 20 years. They haven't been touched for 20 years. So I like to say, like, it was needed, but I had to force their hand too. I had to leverage. You know what I mean? I had to show them the program, show them what we do, and why we're asking for that much money, and what it could do, to improve the community people. Can't be playing on no raggedy court and feel like you're gonna go to the NBA. You gotta have that. You gotta have that swag. You gotta have that feel like as if you were in a major city, as Atlanta or New York or even Seattle. The Supersonics do really great with their community basketball. So it went through. It's a historical park too. So just to even move a rock at this park, you have to have people voted in. So to get it voted through, it was just crazy. It's never been done before. And so now we're doing fencing, bleachers, glass backboards, new surface. It's gonna be a full on. It's gonna be the granddaddy of the Utah basketball courts.
Jeez, you might have me going out to Utah, man. That
I mean,
sounds like it sounds like you building a Rucker Park in Utah, man. That
no,
sounds fire.
yeah, Salt Lake Rucker Park. Yeah, that's what they call us.
Wow, now that's amazing, man. So where did you learn all this stuff? Because you're super knowledgeable. Just like the little bit of time we're talking now, you're super knowledgeable in business. Like, when did you learn all this?
From just from the streets, man. You know, I came from the block. You know, the double ups, the box Chevy gold tooth era. You know, white tees.
Yeah.
I was in Atlanta in '06. You know, so like I've been doing this. I've been touching money. I've been getting bread. I've been networking. I'm a social butterfly, so people just flock to me. You know, they talk.
Okay.
They want to know more about me. Everywhere I go, any room I walk into, I'm demanding. You know, that level of confidence. You know, like who is that? Oh, that's Lance. You ain't heard of him? Oh yeah, he a legend. I'm a living legend out here through the music.
Definitely.
You know, so it's just easy, man. It was easy. I worked hard as a kid, like 14-year-old, 15-year-old, 16-year-old, 17-year-old. I worked hard those years. So as I'm 30, 36 now, I'm reaping a lot of the benefits that came from my hard work when I was a youngster. You know what I mean? So that's how it is, man. And I do a lot of research. You know, I'm always on YouTube. I'm always watching YouTube podcasts. You know, I'm a walking encyclopedia. I try to know something about everything that I can. I don't like to be in rooms and not know what people are talking about, even if it's just a little bit. And I can ask, enlighten me on what that means exactly. But I heard of it before. You know, that type of energy. Yeah, I love to just always ask questions. No, my mom used to always tell me the only dumb question is a question not asked. Yeah.
Exactly. And it's funny that you said you're always on YouTube. So I'm just gonna say how we actually got introduced. So I
Yeah.
posted a podcast clip on YouTube, and it's like 5 o'clock. So it's like I think our time zone is two hours apart.
Yeah,
So it's like 5 o'clock. Yeah, it's like 5 o'clock, and I'm reading it and said, "Oh, I want to get a podcast." I said, "Cool, hit me up on Instagram." 2 seconds later, you hit me on Instagram. I'm like, "Yo, so do you sleep at all?"
Not really, man. Not really. So I'm just going to kind of know my story. So like within the last 2 years, I lost my dad and my mom.
Oh,
They
man, I'm
died
sorry.
within 6 months. So
Wow.
yeah, I've been dealing with a lot of like spiritual things going on. You know what I mean? Like finding myself again and things like that. You know what I mean? So really, I be up. Like I be up working, creating, thinking of the next master plan because I know time ain't waiting for nobody. I just lost my dad and my mama. You feel me? And I don't take that shit lightly. You know, I feel like, yeah, I'll be up, you know, and then I'll be working though. I was networking with you, you know, just via the Facebook and the YouTube and the IG. I seen your podcast pop up, but you had some real dope, intelligent young brothers on there, man, and it was inspiring. And I seen your vision. I was like, man, I like this dude. Something about this dude got it, you know what I mean? And I watched more and more of your episodes, and I was like, "Oh, he that guy. He you know, he talking to people that really got voices and really, you know, got inspiring.
Aspirations.
Yeah, where you got a lot of you got a lot of inspiring characters on your show, bro. Like a lot of them. Like even me, I felt empowered watching your show, and I was like, I'm gonna go double up on my order. You know, I'm gonna go, you know, like I'm like, man, you know, so I'll be excited, man. I'm excited to network with people, especially when I see them doing stuff that like is out the box, you know, because you could do a podcast about anything, you know what I mean? It could be gossiping, hip hop, it could be chatty patty, like Dame Dash, you know, that's one of my mentors too, you know what I mean? But he wasn't. He was cloth talking, man. He was talking that shit, and I just was watching it. I went on a binge watch of your show, and then I seen your shorts start popping up on my story too. I said, "Oh yeah, I gotta get on my man's show." You know what I mean? So congratulations on that. Yeah,
I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Hey man, you making me. I feel good right now. You know, people. The thing about it is like people don't share when they like someone. You know what I mean? Or share love. They're quicker to share hate. So you see more of that, and then you don't see somebody saying, "Yo, I see what you're doing. I appreciate it." So I definitely appreciate that, man.
yeah, man, for sure. You doing great things, dog. Like as I said, I was up at like 5 a.m. watching your show, and you had the dude. I forgot his name. Truly.
Yeah, truly, yeah, yeah.
I mean, yeah, Truly captured me. I was like, man, I like Truly, man. I was like, all right, one day I'm gonna meet that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I was just, I was inspired by what y'all was doing, man, and
Yeah.
just listening to the authentic shit that y'all was kicking, and
Mhm.
I'm with that. Like that's all I'm doing out here too, and people sleep on my city and state because it's Utah, and all we have is the Utah Jazz, what they think. But out here I am, a black man with the black-owned basketball league, 11 years. So while
Yeah.
everybody was, oh, this and that for 11 years, I wasn't watching Steph Curry. I wasn't watching. I was out here trying to do my thing. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
I wanna be the next Master P or Dame Dash or Jay Z, P Diddy in some ways. Like I look up to those type of characters. So I don't have time to be watching another man's career. I gotta make my shit work.
Nah, I feel like it's funny you said that. I remember when I started like being super focused, I was like,
Yeah,
I can't stay up. Like, I love Steph Curry, I love the Warriors, but I said I can't stay up late watching those games because I gotta wake up early to get after it. You're so
yeah,
like into them, and they getting paid. They
they
get
getting
paid
paid.
regardless.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
gotta figure out how I can get paid so people can
Fact.
start watching me.
Hey man, when Kobe Bryant retired, I was like, he was in the league for that long? Like, it's a damn lifetime. A lot
Yeah,
of, just like probably you, we got people that didn't make it. They
right.
didn't wake up the next day. They didn't make it to see 30. They didn't make it to see 25. But this man was in the league for 20 years.
Yeah.
And there's people that just know everything about the man. I'm like, that's scary to me. So, like, I'm not a fan like that. Like, I respect the grind. Like, so I just, coming from the music, man, you just learn how to just stay in your lane and just do what makes you happy. Like,
Yeah.
do what you do. Uh, I used to go to a lot of music conferences and stuff and listen to like, the elders talk like Teddy Riley and people like that. So these are the things that they were saying back in 2000, 2001, 2002, stick to
Yeah.
your craft, work hard, keep knocking on the door, you know, uh, come at everybody with respect and you'll go a long way. And I applied a lot of that to my status. And here we are today having a podcast about business and economics,
Yeah.
you know? So,
Yeah, so it's funny that I actually started in music as well as actually a music producer, and then
word.
now I'm moving to like more entrepreneurship. So I know
So,
you already kind of like lightly talked about moving in from rapper to what you're doing now, but was it hard for you? Because I'm not sure if you're still rapping at this time, but I'm
yeah,
not a
yeah,
producer. Oh, you are rapping now. Okay,
yeah.
cool. But was it hard for you to kind of like put something more in? Because I know like the hard and pain is first, right? That's the number one.
Yeah, that's my baby. But
Okay, so yeah, so how was it moving rap or music being the first thing to making it being the back?
well, it's a long story, man. Like I got robbed for a lot of music from big
Okay.
artists, like because I was in the industry, like literally in the industry. So like I got robbed for a lot of music. So a lot of times, like I was scared to put out my music. 'Cause every time I put it out, they bite it. They be swag jacking me, and I'm just this little dude from Utah,
Yeah.
But I'm getting swag jacked. So there was a time 2009, 2010 when I was in Atlanta trying to work with the new producer. Uh, I was on hiatus, just writing. I was just cooking. Like I wasn't active. You know what I mean? Like that. Like I
Yeah.
was like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Um, so just it sucks because that would make anybody quit. Like something like that would make you quit. And
Right.
and yeah, they try to steal your joy. They try to take your baby. Your music is your baby at first and stuff. And when they did that to me, it derailed me a little bit, but it put me in position to become an entrepreneur, which I was already. From coming from the streets and everything. You're on your entrepreneur thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, when they did that to me, man, it just sparked up a whole new animal. And as I said, like I'm in Utah, so they ain't had. I'm the only street ball tournament out here, bro. Like they ain't had no hip hop street ball tournament. I'm the one who started that. Like I'm the
Yeah.
godfather of street ball out here, cause I seen the lane. I'm a rapper. I like clothes. I like basketball. I like loud music. Let's put it together and see what we could do. So it
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
hard for me because there was a void out here that needed to be filled. Like there's a lot of hoopers out here, but they just play rec ball or like church ball or like just open recs and stuff like that. There was no like solid platform where you could come and dress like hot sauce or like dress like, you know, AI with the tattoos and things like that. And you know, the girls and the communities out there watching you, because it's different when everybody's watching you. You know, I could get the crowd because I'm, you know, from the music. I got the fans. I work hard for those fans though. So we got to put on a show. You know, it's not like we could just have fans and they just come to these basketball tournaments and they're trash. Like, nah, they got to be lit. We got to have entertainment. They got to be fun for the people. And I'm in Utah, man. Like, they ain't never seen nothing like that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't actually expect it. When you said you was in Utah, and I'm looking at all your videos, I said, "This is Utah." You know, they don't show Utah. All you see, like I said, I said, John Stark, the car below. That's all I really know.
But now we got NBA YoungBoy, and we got Post Malone. That's
NBA YoungBoy is from Utah.
he lives out here now.
Oh, word! Oh, wow, that's cool. That's funny. I didn't even know.
But that's a whole different generation now.
Exactly, totally different. But I just want to get into right now. You got your jersey on. You are a fashion designer. You're designing everything. Talk about that.
Yeah, man. So this is my 5th year in the fashion world, but I was like printing up mesh jerseys, things like, you know, basketball tournament stuff, like, you know, trying to find reversibles and paying people crazy monies to get like steam press shirts and shit like that. So I did that up until 5 years ago when I finally got in my fashion bag and just became a full-on fashion designer, do it myself. So it's been beautiful, man. I love it. I wear my clothes all the time. Like, I got shorts on today that's hard to paint. I got jersey on hard to paint. I got my Allen Iversons on, you know what I mean? So I dress the way I dress, you know, and it's been nice. So
okay, that's cool. So you designed every single jersey of all the teams?
Everyone.
Okay, yeah, so how did that start? Because, you know, I knew you said you did the meshing. So how did that start? You said, "Yo, I'm tired of these mesh uniforms. I'm tired of these reverse uniforms." What was that day you're like, "Yo, I'm about to do this myself"?
Okay, so all right, man. I'm gonna give you the real story, okay? And this is I don't think I've ever said this on public platform. Okay. So I had some homeboys, some I thought was my homeboys. They was coming to my tournament, coming every time I throw a tournament, taking pictures, but I'll never see the pictures. So I'm like, where's the content? I'll never see the content. So one day they come to me and say, "Hey man, we wanna throw a basketball tournament. We wanna throw a basketball tournament. Yeah, we wanna do like hard in the paint. We want you to help. You want me to help? You want me to help you do what I do? That makes no sense." So I'm like, "Well, what are we doing? We're going to do it south, though. We're going to do it where all the white people are, where all the white kids, and, you know, it's going to be completely different from your street ball tournament, Lance. It's a bag for you, $4,500. I'm going to give it to you. I just need you to stamp it and say, this is what it is. Like, this is the next thing." So me being a black entrepreneur in Utah, I'm not trying to shun nobody or like step on nobody's dreams, because I'm not a dream killer. I'm a dream maker. You know, I make superstars out here. I make local fame, and that's hard to get. I most definitely have helped a lot of artists get to that step. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'll help y'all. Whatever. So I do this festival out here every year. They date land on my date. First red flag. I'm like, "Hey, you know, I'm gonna be busy that day. Like, how we going?" You know, I'm like, "How we gonna do that? That makes no sense. You gotta change the date." "Ah, man, well, you know, we already locked the gym in and everything, and this one is $10,000 award for the winner." $10,000 award? Well, where my 4,500 then? You got me on the flyer, hosted by Lance a Million. All my logos, my podcast logo, my Heart in the Paint logo, my Lance a Mill logo. That shit look like a Heart in the Paint, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody in the city, is this you? Is this you? They going to all my friends, following my friends. This is when I first seen the infiltration that people would do to get where they want to go. And they following all my friends, hitting them in the inbox. "Hey, come to this tournament. Look, we got Lance a Million involved, you know, selling it off of my name." So, but they never paid me my money. So, that little did they know I had Slick Rick coming. I had the ruler coming. You know, they didn't know that. That was the contract wasn't wet. It wasn't wet yet. You know, so I had to shut up. I had to be quiet. I couldn't fight them or nothing. I just had to like take it like a champ. Like everywhere I turned, they was right there, just promoting all my trying to take my fans and my ballers too. They was hitting the ballers up, trying to wave that 10K in front of them. Like, man, come over here, you can win 10 bands. You can only win trophies over there. That's hardware. This is cash. Liquid cash, 10 grand. Mind you, these dudes ain't got no money. You know, I know these dudes, man. We went to skating rinks together. These niggas, I got money. They don't got money. And if they had 10,000, why don't they have a house? You know, shit like that. Come on, man. What we doing? You know what I mean? Like, so I'm looking at it like, I can't say that though. You know, I'm a professional. I learned enough business to know that you can't slander another company to feel better or make yourself look better. So I just had to take it. So one night I went to sleep, man, and a lot of my visions come to me in my sleep, like my ancestors give them to me, you know. So I went to sleep one day. I was mad though, bro. Like I'm talking about heated, dog, like boiling. Like these boys were swerving in my lane and making contact, you know. So I went to sleep mad one night, and then I went to sleep, and this lady, this old lady, I don't know who she was, I don't know where she came from, but she told me in my dream, bro. She was like, "Hey, I know you mad, but you got something they don't have." She's like, "You want to know?" And I was like, "Yeah, what is it?" She goes, "You got a brand. Drop them jerseys you've been looking at." Because I had the templates already ready. I just didn't want to, you know, you got to invest in yourself. Yeah. It's already hard enough to throw a tournament. Now you got to invest in the clothes too. So I had the templates. I had them. They were sitting there. I just never touched them. But yeah, the lady told me that, bro. I'll never forget. She was like, "Hey, you got something they don't have? That's a brand, bro. Drop them jerseys." I put the template up on the internet. In the first 2 months, I sold 1,000 jerseys in the first 2 months. No hoopers, all fans.
Wow.
Yeah, and that lady put me on, and that was 5 years ago. I ain't stopped since. I just remember her telling me, like, "You got a brand, man." You're like, they don't have that. They're starting today. You know, you've been doing this. You chill. Don't get mad. Don't fight them with fire. Chill. Drop them jerseys in the morning. See what it do. Drop them jerseys, man. First order was like 400 type shit. Like, man, and this is direct to consumer. Like, I don't have no website. I still don't have no website. I'm still direct to consumer. I'm still the one you call and get the custom. I want number 8. I want my son's last name on the son's name on the back. I want purple and green. I'm still the one doing that. Because I'm scared to let people in. I'm scared to let people have that access to that type of creativity with my baby. Because it's still my baby. Even though it's 11 years, it's still my baby. It's still a newborn baby. Like, this thing is brand new to the whole state of Utah. You know? Yeah, so, yeah, that's how that worked, man. Like, very spiritual.
So I have a question then. So you talked about your music, how people are stealing from you in your music, and now you have your business and people are stealing from you again. How does that make you feel? So it's like every time you're doing something creative, now people are trying to steal your stuff.
Yeah, it used to make me mad, like like, because I'm a rapper, so I'll be like, man, I'm ready to attack, to make a diss track or something. Something got shake, you know. But now I just look at it as like a form of flattery. You know, I know that like they just look up to me, man. I've been that man for a long time, and they see it working for me. They think it's easy because I make it look easy, but shit ain't easy. And they gotta go find out the hard way. You know, if you want to go find out the hard way, then that's your thing. It's your journey. But yeah, it makes me laugh now, and other people laugh, so it makes me laugh. Like, it used to just be me in a room, mad, listening to the stolen record or the stolen idea. You know, just contemplating on my own thoughts. But now I got so many fans and so many people around me. They're like, "Did you see that, man?" You know, and then that kind of helps me lighten it up. Like, "You see that? All right, I'm not tripping. All right, cool. All right, yeah. You know what I mean?"
No, that's fire. I like how you think like that, because they can't steal who you are. You know, they might steal the product, they might steal the jersey, they might steal one event, but you're building a court, Liberty Park. Like, that's fire. They can't steal that from you. You know what I'm saying? There's no way they can say anything. They can't steal nothing from you. So I love that.
Man, me too, bro. It was like a dream come true. Like, cause like, as I said earlier, like with the music, yeah, I wrote those songs and they stole them. But I don't own the music. I feel like I own the basketball part. Like I don't own basketball obviously because it's it's global, but I own this part. Like this is my basketball street ball tournament in Utah. I invented it out here. There was none of it. It's mine. I didn't invent rapping. I didn't invent hip hop. I didn't invent none of that. So just knowing that kind of keeping me like smiling at night, you know what I mean? Like knowing that I did something that nobody's ever did before. Because everybody has a hit record. Everybody's nice. Everybody got a dope beat. Everybody jamming. Especially now. I be listening to the youngsters. I'm like, man, this shit hard. Like, I wasn't that fire at 17. Like when I was at 17, I was fire, don't get me wrong, but it was just, everybody sound good now. Everybody got the Pro Tools. We didn't have that. I started off on Tascam 4-tracks, tapes. We record on boom boxes, break the headphones, and put the jack in there and rap through the tape. Put it out, man. That's my tape. That's my demo. That's my demo right there.
That's funny. I've never, because I'm 31, but I'll be 32. So I've seen tapes, but I've never actually had to use a tape. Like my first time making music, it was all, not even CDs. Yeah, CDs. When I first started, I was putting beats on CDs, but never the tape. I have that experience.
Yeah, man. So like I'm young. So I'm a young living legend out here, but I was like a child protege out here. Like I was like the experiment artist. As I said, we moved out here in '96. Utah Jazz was playing the Bulls around that time type shit. It was very like Utah wasn't on the map yet. Like there was no like real, and we Louisiana Creole. So like we brought like the triggers, the snares, the trumpets. We changed a lot of the sound out here. So it was not really hard for us to get our fan base built because there was nobody using those snares, those that trigger man. We doing all that. We brought that Louisiana, New Orleans jazz. We came out here with the New Orleans jazz. So we brought that energy out here, and that's separated us from the beginning. So, like, as I said, so when I was like 14, 15 years old, they was handing me mics at skating rinks and auditoriums and things like that. So, yeah, it's big.
All right. Well, we pretty much hit everything that I wanted to talk about. But one last thing, you have Liberty Park. Let's say it's built. What do you think you will have to do to build it up to be pretty much in the same sentences? Not same sentence. What am I saying? Same category as a Rucker Park.
Well, they call me Salt Lake Rucker Park already, so I think we already did that. I think this is just like I put in the CIP. This is another gym. I put that in the CIP. We want our home. I've done them all over the valley. Like yesterday, I did this tournament in front of a tattoo shop. Like in front of a tattoo shop. Some girl on the internet was like, "How are you gonna do it in front of a tattoo shop?" Know what my response was? "'Cause I'm a genius." She didn't even reply. But I own hoops. I invest in my brand. I own hoops. I could bring hoops and set up anywhere. My first time doing it was outside of a nightclub. I rented the nightclub out just like a concert. You rent out the concert, you do a night show. You doing a show. Just the same energy. But I'm using the parking lot instead of inside. What you want with the parking lot? I'm about to set up my basketball court. Set up a basketball court out here? Yeah. So I bring the hoops in. People they just want to see how it gon' this boy about to look crazy out here, man. He just been tripping. Yeah. Talking about you got a basketball tournament in front of the club, everybody to drink. Because I wanted to drink. I was still into this, the hip hop shit. So I wanted people to be able to drink and have fun at my tournament. I didn't want it to be always inside of a gym, no outside drinks. I wanted it to be a relaxed environment where people could come and get a cocktail and watch some good games. So I rented out the club, but I used the parking lot. But I bought my own hoops. Nobody knew that I owned these hoops.
Hey, before you go, you got to tell me how that works, because I didn't realize that you're just putting it in random places. I didn't realize that. So how are you bringing the basketball hoops there?
I own them, so they travel wherever I want to bring them.
Wow.
It's just like bringing a DJ. It's just like bringing a DJ. I look at it the same. My basketball hoops are like having a PA system. They're portable. and yeah, I'm a creator, man. I look at the parking lot. I look to see if there's any major cracks. Ain't no worse than Liberty Park.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on now. We, you know, you start looking at things different when when you start doing that entrepreneurship and like how you could get the
Yeah.
bag out of the spot, and then
Yeah.
you gotta get the sponsors involved, and it gotta be lucrative. So I'm looking at the ground. I'm looking at parking lot speed bumps. Yeah, I look at shit like that.
That's fire, yo. Like, I'm
Thank
happy we
you.
got to this point because that's probably the most like coolest thing I've ever heard. I didn't realize that you're doing. Cause I'm thinking like it's different parks, right? I'm thinking you're going different locations. I didn't realize it was just you see cement, you're like, yo, we're doing it here. So that's fire. That's the entrepreneur. That's the
Thank you,
entrepreneur.
man. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, so don't we'll do parks and stuff, but those they be regulated. Like they do everything I want to do at a park. You know what I mean? Like I like I be wanting to play my music loud, man. I need a private property, dog. Like I want we 420 friendly over at my tournament. We want to we don't want to be bothered. And we ain't trying to bother nobody. So a lot of times, yeah, we do parks, but we do a lot of private locations, and that's always my funnest ones to be the ones that I get to dress up and truly create. Like so. But yeah, with the Liberty Park project, is home. Like it's gonna be home to Hard to Paint. So it's gonna be every Sunday. So because I do a league too, but I haven't did the league this year because I've been working so hard on other ventures, and it takes a lot out of you. I didn't come into this to be that person. Like I ain't, like I love basketball. Don't get me wrong, but I still do music. I still got family. I still got shit to do. Like I can't be just basketball every day. It do consume my life, but now it took legs of his own. But I didn't come into this to be competing with the Jazz and all them, the NBA. Like I'm not, I'm not that. That's not what I do it for. So like I started a league. Hard in the Paint presents the league, and it popped, cracking. But I gotta pay for the gym every Sunday. I gotta make sure teams is not sick and make sure it's too much. It's too much. So I just kind of like let it go. Like it's too much, and then I'm gonna bring it back though at Liberty Park. We're just gonna do the league every Sunday out at the new court. You know what I mean? So this is really gonna be my Rucker Park moment, where I truly get to like do the Rucker Park thing. Like, and I've been talking into existence. That's all it's been like before up until this point. But this is gonna be where every Sunday from 12 to 4, you can go down there, catch the runs, the league's happening, and after that, get back to like pick up ball or whatever y'all want to do. But I'm the stakeholder. This is what we doing. This is why we built this court so we can, can host our events and in a comfortable environment that's, clean, and it's no better way to do it than take the cement out the floor. We took the cement off the floor, man. Take that out. We need all new cement, man. We need new surface. We need fencing. We need things like that. So it's crazy, bro. Like even talking about it sometimes, like it's like surreal. You know what I mean? Because like as I said, like nobody's been able to like get in those doors. And it's crazy to see like a young black entrepreneur that dresses how I dress. I wear my own clothes, and I'm in these rooms with these people. It's crazy, and I'm just trying to spark the brain for the youngsters. So they see me, man, Lance did it. Lance used to be on the block in Jabos and white tees. But I remember Lance had the box Chevy he had the Caprice. That type of shit. And then the kids see you, and then they're like, man, I could do that. I could do it better. Hell yeah, you can. You could do it better, man. You gonna do it better. Gonna do it better than So it's a 3-phase project though. Like it's a 3-phase project. So I'm trying to, not trying. I will be putting a court in my neighborhood and out here where I grew up, and then I'm gonna put another one in another low income neighborhood out here too. Because yeah, Utah does have low income neighborhoods. It's not, you know what I mean? We do have that. We do have poverty. So.
Oh, and are you actually designing the court as well?
No, that's the part that is a little, that's the part where I have to be a true leader. I got people texting me right now, the mural artists. So they're presenting the artwork, and we're gonna pick the artwork.
Okay.
So it's a collective. It's a collective now. So we got the artists. They're gonna draw it up, and then we're gonna do like a almost like a competition. Pick the best 3 and then narrow it down from the 3. So yeah, it's dope. Like they keep hitting me up. Like they're hitting me up right now. Like I don't know who these people are. I don't know if they're white, black, Asian, Mexicans. Like they're just hitting me up and they're like, "Hey, we're doing this mural and we want to know like from you because you're like the guy and what is gonna be going on down there? What's the energy like? They ain't never been there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, we call it church. That's church. So it's gotta be gaudy. Just as gaudy as my outfit, it gotta be just as gaudy. So
Yeah.
like, it's fun, man. Like and I'm a team player, but like I like to be hands on. So I think this is gonna be like real unique to have a collective of people all looking for the same end goal when it comes to like the artwork that we're putting on the surface. I think I'm leaning on staying away from like faces. I want it to be scenery. I want it to be something that's so unique that when people come to Utah, they have to take a picture in front of it. It's like a photo op.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want it to be like universal, like so universal where people just like, man, you gotta go take a picture at the court. You ain't seen the court, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, instead of just being like a Nipsey Hussle mural or something. Not saying that ain't dope. It be fire, but that just kind of only you can only do so much with a hip hop driven mural. I want this to be like so when you look at it, you just kind of see like, oh, that's Utah in a nutshell. Like like I want it to be something like that. So that's what I'm shooting for that. So it's gonna be different from anyone. I see a lot of dope ones too, because I like obviously on Instagram people will like tap in with me, and I see like the colors and things of that nature that they be putting together. It'll be fire. There's a lot of fire ones, but I think my part, the way I'm seeing it, man, I'm about to have one of the hardest. I'm about to have one of the hardest courts in the basketball world. And Utah's gonna be known for one of those courts. Like when you go out there, you gotta go. You gotta go check it out. Like when I go to Harlem, I gotta go down there. I gotta go to Rucker. I gotta go down I gotta take the train or whatever I gotta do. Pay the extra little $10 for the homie to bring me down there. I gotta go look through the fence and shit.
Nah, but I see it though. I see it so clearly. Like, yeah, I know you said you're not looking for the NBA players and stuff. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. The way you're working, the way you're bringing basketball goals to random parking lot. Like, yo, it's gonna happen. All this stuff is for your story, man. This is fine. I'm happy to get you on the show. Go ahead.
Hey man, appreciate it. Hey, so during All-Star Weekend, we built a hoop in the mountains, like in the middle of the smack in the snow. Like we built a hoop, bro. Put a hoop up and then played 3-on-3 on it, on the top of a mountain. I'll DM you the video. So shout out to Hoop Bus. I don't know if you're familiar with Hoop Bus, but
yeah.
That's I brought Hoop Bus out here for Hard in the Paint too. So we work very close. Like I just got a message from Venice Ball pop up right now. I don't know what it said or what it was, but yeah, they loved it. They was like, they got to Utah, and there was like, man, like, well, not even before they got here. They was before they like, you do your itinerary. You know what I mean? You're like, okay, NBA All Stars in Utah. Like, let's start looking around what we doing. Like, and they didn't find shit. They was like, they called me. They're like, man, you the only bass street ball tournament out here. I'm like, yeah, I am. They're like, well, we gotta come fuck with you, bro. They're like, we get it. We're gonna go do all these different, different departments. Allen Iverson's doing a compound. Different people gonna be doing things of that basketball world, but your shit's street ball. We're street ball, so we're coming to you.
Wow.
Let's go.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was the first time in 11 years that I finally got my flowers. Because at first I was crazy. It's crazy, like there was a dog. I lost homeboys. Like I'm not going to the club. I just bought $600 worth of trophies. Trophies? Fuck. You ain't gonna buy a bottle? You ain't gonna go throw this money out at the club? I'm broke. I just spent $600 on trophies. You sound stupid telling somebody that you can't see the vision. That makes no sense. You spent on trophies, bro. You're lame. Yeah, I did that. I went through that lame phase where everybody thought it was lame to have to sit at home and write out a bracket. Now,
But now it's they can call you lame now, but now you got a court being built. You got, your business is growing. You're doing your own jerseys. Listen,
Yeah.
if that's lame, I want to be lame too.
Man, look, I had the vision though, bro, and I got into it with a couple cats, and I had to tell myself, my dream ain't they dream. You feel me? So they can't cause you be wanting people to get on board. You be like, bro, this gonna be crazy. This gonna be fire. They don't see it, and then they kind of like they kind of make you feel like maybe it ain't what you think it is. But I'm already successful in the music. They're not successful in the music. I'm already bigger than you. When I have fans for real. You don't have fans for real. You don't know that feeling. I know that feeling. So you can't tell me what's gonna work. I know what's working. Because if you knew what was working, it'd be working for you. You'd be doing it.
Right. Yeah.
So just knowing that from the music, and taking that over to the entrepreneurial world, and being, out here predominantly white, state, a black rapper, cleaning up his act, cleaning up his community, but still being authentic. It's never been done. Well, we got Carl Malone, like Thurl Bailey. That's the OG. That's the big homie. Thurl Bailey, that boy went platinum with the Mormon Tabernacle, man. Platinum, dog. He did, he went platinum. So put some respect on Thurl Bailey, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the big homie. I see him at the Jazz game. I'm taking a picture with big homie. Brian Russell. That's Yeah, man, my bad. My phone's going crazy, bro. So this interview might be choppy, but that's my fault on my end. We just literally less than 24 hours had hot sauce in Utah. People are going, my phone ain't stopped.
Yeah. No, it's all good. We can kind of wrap it up now because you did great. You great. The story was great. Even if it's choppy, it's cool. But I do appreciate you on. Is there any last words of encouragement or anything you want to tell to the audience? And also tell them where to find you.
Hey, you can find me at Lance a Million. That's my artist name. My company, Hard and Paint. That's hard. N as in Nancy, paint. Utah basketball, Utah artist. I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah, man. I just put on for my city, and for encouragement wise, just, let the haters be haters. You need haters just like you need fans. It's hand in hand. So take the good with the bad. And, you got to have tough skin. So I tell a lot of the younger artists that I work with, go get a door-to-door job, a door-to-door sales job. So you can get those no's. You got to get those no's in your system first. Yeah, so take those no's and turn them into fuel and go hard, man, because they ain't going to keep telling you no, especially when you start showing and proving. You got to force their hand.
That was fire.
Hey, man, appreciate it. That's what I live by, bro.
That was fire, man. I appreciate it, Lance. I appreciate you coming on. My name is Jelan Abrams, unknown and talented. We'll see you next week.
Let's go, baby.